What's up, dog? Welcome back to FG Unleash. Hey, man, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, man. You know what I mean? Also, tune in to Streets and Scholars podcast, man, with me and Alex Alonso on all podcast platforms. We really getting it in over there, for sure. But today, man, I'm just sitting out here in my backyard, man, and I'm just chilling, man. And my message and shit today is don't forget what the program is. Don't forget what the goal is. Don't forget what the plan is, homie. You know, at the end of the day, the plan is really to be doing this, sitting in the backyard, sipping on some coffee, and not having to worry about the shit that we grew up in the hood worrying about, you know. Man, we come up out the hood, man. We come up out of some rough times, homie. We come up out of, shit, just being active all day long, every day if we have to. Every time we get a short minute, to have a little peace in our life, in the hood to get interrupted by a knock at the door, a phone call, somebody, squabbing at the park, needs some assistance or things of that nature, man. And we dream about being able to sit up, homie, have a nice home, in a neighborhood where, ain't none of that going on. That's what a lot of people dream about in the hood, Unfortunately, sometimes when we do make it and make it out, the love be so strong that what you went through with the people you went through, man, it's hard to pull yourself out. It's a lot of people that have some strong addictions to a lot of things, man, whether it's alcohol, whether it's weed, whether it's drugs, whether it's they in love with a female, these are just some of the things that I'm trying to compare, what we felt growing up in the set. And I was one of them dudes, I wasn't one of them dudes that just lived over there. I wasn't one of them dudes who just had to do what I had to do because I was over there. Like a lot of dudes, people don't realize a lot of dudes ain't with the bullshit. A lot of dudes just gotta be with it because they there and they stuck there. A lot of dudes, the first chance they get, they out of there and they never coming back, For FG, man, I could have left the hood 30 years ago, man. You know what I mean? And I had the financial means to do it, and it was something I chose to do. I don't have no excuses. You don't see me, ain't gonna never sit here and hear me complain about going and doing my time or the things I went through getting shot, stabbed, all those sort of things, man, because at the end of the day, man, I put myself through it, because that's what kind of dude I was. Everybody that know me know I'm a good dude. You know what I mean? I don't put the extras on it. I know how to act in public, around my different friends who never been associated with gangs, but at the end of the day, man, my decision was to push the line for the set, to a certain degree, and that's how I did it, and as you can see now, and for many years I've been able to come sit out my backyard, birds chirping, no drama, my youngest kids don't know nothing about the hood life, fortunately, but don't forget the plan, man. The plan is to get up out the hood. The plan is to move on, and for some of us, it's hard, because it's a certain love, and a lot of people that don't understand gonna sit here and be like, man, well, I had somebody actually just hit me in the DMs the other day and say, I was telling a story about when I was in LA last week. They said, man, FG, why don't you just don't never go back? And I laughed at the question with a sincerity because shit, I've asked myself that question a whole bunch of times, man. And sometimes I still find myself, often, popping up in Linwood, Compton. So at the end of the day, homie, don't forget what the goal is, dog. Don't be a FG. You know what I mean, man? Once you really get the means to get on and move out and go on and do your grown man shit, or your grown woman shit, get on, homie. And it don't mean you not communicating with old friends or old homies or old loved ones. It just means that you got a higher priority in your life, and to go do grown shit, and so take this from the East Side General, man. Ain't nothing wrong with moving on, homie. You know what I mean? Some of you dudes out there still banging, 30, 40 years old. I get it. I understand. But at the same time, man, take from a real G, man, that man, it's time to move on. and let the youngsters, sort it out till they able to move on. Hopefully they can keep their lives or keep from getting a life sentence, before it's too late. You know what I mean? So this FG Unleashed, man, y'all stay at me. Like I say, man, I ain't on here really popping a whole lot of, BS or, about what's cracking on the internet. But at the same time, homie, I'm gonna keep shooting my shot at y'all, and y'all stay at me, FG Unleashed.